Welcome back to the madness, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. This is a video about the drama going on with Crazy Pieces. Okay, so this is another one of those videos that I'm going to have a lot of haters and supporters. So I'm going to be in between the two. So this has nothing to do with my opinions about how they videotape their kids. This has nothing to do with that. Has to do with the drama that is circling around Logan's broken and or fractured leg. They have not been consistent about that. Did he fracture it? Did he break it? Is it a broken or fractured? They say they interchange it. So I'm just going to interchange it as well. So the drama is, and the reason, like, you're going to say, well, this is old news, Sarah. Everyone's already talked about it and read it. I know, but if you watch their videos, it keeps changing or it keeps adding. Like, the story isn't changing, but you're getting more information as you go because she's talking to the kids, and then on video they say the things that like had happened, and it's very clear that the parents were not watching them. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, Crazy Pieces is a family vlogger. They have 16 kids, 13 of them are adopted, 3 of them are biological. Crystal's the mom, Aaron's the dad. One of their sons, Logan, on Thanksgiving was on a bouncy house because the last 2 Thanksgivings, I think, they've been renting bouncy houses. And these things are like huge. They're not little bouncy houses. I think the slide one was like 14 feet drop, something like that. That's what they're saying. That's another thing that changes like by a few feet when they talk about it. But so he changes it sometimes, and so do the kids. But he says he was at the top and he went to jump down, and I guess he didn't mean to go all the way down to the bottom part of it. That doesn't look inflated all the way, by the way. It looks a little like it's deflated. And so he was jumping from the top, and he jumped down and went all the way to the bottom and hit his leg. And the poor kid, you can just tell, like, when they showed him sitting on the couch, we didn't get to see it. That wasn't recorded. That's because the parents weren't watching them. Now, wait before you attack me. I know the parents weren't watching them because both of them have said, we didn't see it happen. And then we find out that the kids, because Rylan and Liam both were talking, it might have been Liam and Brody were talking to Crystal, and they were talking to her about the fact, and this was like 3 videos later, they were talking about the fact that they were all doing it. They were all jumping off, and then Logan just happened to get hurt, and that's what stopped it. So in the Thanksgiving video, they show that they say Logan got hurt. We're going to take him to get x-rays tomorrow. And they made it sound like not a big deal. So then they do another video. And like they're showing like Logan isn't really leaving the couch. They're bringing things to him. He's not walking on it. But they're not really saying this is bad. They're just being like, yeah, he hurt his leg. We're trying to kind of keeping him calm. And it's okay. Just take a chill afternoon, you'll be fine. So then the next video they show, that would be Black Friday, they're like, yeah, we're going to take Logan to his doctor's appointment, but first, we're going to decorate for Christmas. So let's just say, they say that they called the urgent care. Urgent care said, do not go to the ER because you're going to wait because it's Thanksgiving and it's going to be crazy. They're not going to have as much help. So you're going to be there for 9 hours when you don't need to be there for 9 hours. So just make an appointment here for like 3 this next day, afternoon, and we'll take x-rays of it. That's what they said. They said the urgent care told them not to go to the ER. I don't know how I feel about that. It could have been what they said, but I don't know if they really were understanding how much pain Logan was in. And when I say that, I don't know if Crystal and Aaron knew how much pain Logan was in based on what they say after they go to the doctor. So they decorate this whole house. It's not chaotic, but you know how it is with the family of like 16 people, and then you add other relatives in there, and there's a lot of conversations going on, a lot of things going on. I mean, their slogan is keep it crazy. So they're holding up to their name. So they take him to the urgent care. He has a 3 o'clock appointment. They finally take him. They show Aaron having to pick him up from the couch and having to carry him to the car and then carry him into the ER. And so Aaron's telling the doctor that's seen him, and by the way, they're recording doctor's appointments, and they say that the doctor gave them permission to show it. I don't think so. I don't know any doctors. I've never had a doctor that's like, yeah, sure, record me. And the fact that they blurred, like, Crystal's doctor's appointment out, and, like, they blurred out the doctor occasionally with Logan's. A lot of it, he was wearing a mask, and I'm thinking that's why they didn't blur him, because he was wearing a mask in that one. But, like, Crystal's doctor's appointment, where they had permission then, too, he's blurred out completely because he's not wearing a mask, and, like, it's a secret recording, like, Aaron's holding his phone like this, and he's, like, vaguely getting images and stuff. They're getting money for their son being in pain, basically. So they're documenting all of this. I'm sure in their mind, I would like to believe in their mind that they're not recording it for content. They're recording it because the viewers will be concerned. And they want to just show us that, oh, we did take him to the doctor, and this is what the doctor said. I don't think they were prepared, though, for them to be at the urgent care saying, oh, this is bad. We can't help you. Even if we did the x-rays, we're required to send you to the ER. Sorry, go to the ER now. So they literally, this poor kid, and Aaron told the doctor, he has not walked on it, not even to go to the bathroom. He hasn't put any weight on it because it hurts him so much. And, like, the poor kid sitting there, and this might have been at the ER. They finally go to the ER, and this poor little kid is, like, sitting there, and the doctor, like, we don't see it, but you can tell the doctor's, like, touching his foot, and, like, he sits straight up, and he's yelling in pain, like, ow, that hurt. And so they do an x-ray. Aaron says he had to help with the x-ray, help hold Logan still, and get the angle, get it in an angle where they could get a proper x-ray on his leg. So I guess he was complaining more about his foot than his tibia, which is what he ended up fracturing and or breaking. And so Aaron says he looked at the x-ray, and it was significantly broken. Do you know how much pain that poor kid's probably in? Do you know how much pain that poor kid is in? And they waited at least 30 hours. Like, it was past the 24-hour mark, because it was Thanksgiving, he hurt himself. Then we had the evening, and then it was, like, late afternoon by the time they finally get him to urgent care. And urgent care says, sorry, can't help you. This is too bad. Go to the ER. So that's why people are upset. The time frame and the fact that they, like, fit in Christmas decorating in between that instead of just taking their kid to the ER. If your kid hurts themselves to the point where they cannot walk, they will not walk, and it hurts too much to walk on their leg, that you know they had a significant fall on, you go to the ER. You don't wait till, oh, we're going to go to urgent care and make an appointment. I don't care if it's Thanksgiving. You go to the ER and you wait. You get the help your kid needs. I know that they had big group of people coming over for Thanksgiving. They were having Thanksgiving at their home. There's a point when you got to make the best decision for your family, and the best decision was to take Logan to the ER that day. That's why a lot of people are upset. Now, they talked about how, like, the emergency room could not put a cast on him. He had to make the appointment to see the orthopedic surgeon and or orthopedic doctor. They weren't sure what the problem was going to be. He might need surgery, might not need surgery. So they had to wait because, okay, so he hurt his leg on Thursday. Friday is Good Friday. He finally gets help Good Friday early evening, let's say. So they finally splint it for him. They tell him, you cannot be on your leg at all. Stay off of it. So they're still carrying him from everywhere he needs to go. Then it's Saturday. Orthopedic doctors are not open on Saturday. So we go Saturday and then Sunday. 4 days. Hurt his leg on Thursday. And it's the weekend, the holiday weekend. And then Monday comes around. 5 days before they finally got into an orthopedic doctor who could put the boy in a cast. And then they had to wait that long to find out if he needed the surgery or not. Luckily, it looks like he doesn't need surgery. That's what they're saying. I'm sure they would tell us if he needs surgery. They tell us everything else. But they said that he doesn't need surgery, but he cannot put any weight on his cast. It's a non-weight bearing cast. So they were ordering him a wheelchair through insurance. And they said mostly because he's going to school, and his cast is all the way up past his thigh. So this is a pretty large cast because of where the break is. So he can't do anything. Like, his leg is like bent, permanently bent with the cast. He's immobile. And I guess they said he was really struggling with the crutches, and he was afraid of falling, which they were afraid of sending him to school. He wasn't even going to school. I don't think he really missed that much school, though, because of the holiday. They probably went back on Monday. He missed like 1 or 2 days. So they were afraid to send him to school with the crutches because he's afraid someone would bump into him, and then he'd fall, and then he'd put weight on his leg, and then he'd make it worse. So he's in a cast for like 4 weeks, I think they said. And so they finally went to the doctor, got the prescription to the insurance company for a wheelchair. They had to go get him a wheelchair from Walmart because the wheelchair was taking too long to get. And in between these videos, so like this is a span of like 3 or 4 vlogs, they are talking to the kids, and I'm circling back to Liam and Brody. Liam and Brody proved to us that the parents were not watching them. Now, Crystal just had surgery. Crystal had a hernia in her stomach, an umbilical hernia, or it was near her belly button. So it was, I don't know if it was definitely umbilical hernia, but it was near it. She had a surgery. She had to go all the way to California to get it done. I don't know. But she went all the way to California to get the surgery done, and she got it done the day before Thanksgiving. Yeah. No, that's a lie. She got it done on the 22nd. It's sad, I know this. She got it done on the 22nd. The 23rd is a Wednesday. Next day was the 24th, which is Thanksgiving. So she had like a day in between, and she said like her stomach was swelling a little bit, so she had to put ice on it. So I understand why Crystal was inside. But what was stopping Crystal from being outside with her kids, who are boys, preteen, adolescent boys, who are going to be pushing the limits anywhere they can because they're kids and they're boys. And I figure Aaron's probably working on cooking because they showed him in the kitchen a lot cooking. But there's like her Aunt Bonnie and her mother were there. What were they doing? And they have how many teenagers? What were they doing? Why aren't you watching your kids? Crystal, why couldn't you sit outside by the bouncy house when you had all those kids on that bouncy house area? I know you have other kids too that you need to watch and keep an eye on, but someone's got to be keeping an eye on these kids, especially the boys, when you know they're going to do stupid stuff. They're kids. They're going to do stupid stuff. It's kind of their job, but it's your job to make sure they're not killing themselves. I mean, what if he hit his head, Crystal? Aaron, what are you doing? Like, I understand if they went outside to play on the trampoline. You kind of just need to be there. Like, there is some windows kind of thing, but you need to keep a better eye on them when it comes to things like a bouncy house, because this is where it gets. Liam and Brody both said they were all jumping off of it like that. They were all getting to the top and then jumping down. And getting to the top and jumping down. And they would like jump, like, I guess they were trying to jump like halfway and then slide down the rest. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just going by what I'm being told by Crystal, Aaron, and the kids in these vlogs. So, why were they not being watched? And then how did you know Logan got hurt? Did the other boys have to go and get you? Because clearly you eventually found out that he's hurt and he can't walk on his leg. So there's a lot going on. Like I said, I think it's still developing because like there was even a point where they finally showed Logan with the wheelchair they went to get at Walmart. And Logan was wheeling through the house trying to learn how to navigate it. And he made the comment, he went over like a bump and he's like, hey, that didn't hurt. And then he did like a turn and went into another room. And he's like, that was supposed to hurt and it didn't hurt. And because he's in his neck cast now. And he made multiple comments like, that didn't hurt. It normally hurts. Guys, your kid has been in pain. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Your kid has been in pain. What are you doing other than pumping them full of Tylenol? Take your kid to the ER as soon as they're hurt. If it looks that bad or if they cannot put weight on it, And it's not just like a little bruised leg or something like that. I understand like waiting it out a little bit, like maybe you rolled your ankle, it could be sprained, we don't know. Take care of your kids. It's just, that's why Reddit is mad. That's why a lot of fans are mad. They've deleted a lot of comments because there's like screenshots in Reddit of people that make comments, and then Crystal or Aaron will make a comment back, and then it gets deleted. And so I'm surprised the comments weren't turned off, to be honest with you. So that's the update with Crazy Pieces. I haven't watched their newest video yet. I really don't want to, but I just thought I'd make my comments here. Like, watch your kids and make sure they get the help they need, and then don't document it if it's controversial what you're doing. And even if you aren't trying to make a profit off of your kids and their injuries, it doesn't look good. I hope you guys have a great day. Leave me a comment below. Remember to like, subscribe. It's free and all that jazz, and I appreciate you being here. Have a great day, guys. Bye!